welcome. Welcome to the channel. This is camera 1, camera 2. If you're here, leave a 1 in the chat if you can hear me. Leave a 1 in the chat if you can hear me. And without wasting much time, I would urge you to get a glass of water, get something to drink, because this is going to be a long family conversation. Okay? So do yourself a favor, get that glass of water, and let's get started. You know, my name is Chukuma Nwosu, just like my channel says, and you're looking at the thumbnail. The thumbnail is talking about an individual by the name Martin Vincent Ose. I'm familiar with this last name because I went to school in Benin City in Edo State. So for 6 years of my life, I mingled a lot with people from the Benin Kingdom, Edo State, Ishan people, the various tribes that exist in that within that space, that community, or that village, right? So that last name is very familiar to me, or the pronunciation of that. So what am I trying to say? In those 6 years, I got to understand the sheer willpower of the Edo people. These are not weak people. These are very strong people, similar to like most tribes in Nigeria. All right? Similar to most tribes in Nigeria, these are very strong people. These are very determined people, very industrious people. And how industrious they are is very visible based on the ancient artifacts that were stolen from Nigeria that are currently in certain museums in Europe. We all know them. So I myself, I'm 40 years old. I was born September 5th, 1985. Okay? And the individual that I'm talking about, he's 32 years old. He was born, based on my research, because I researched this individual. I have a couple of his information and stats about him and his profile. He was born April 8th, 1994. Okay, so he was born about 9 years after I was born, right? And I'm not trying to say that age has anything to do with your level of wisdom or your level of knowledge. Absolutely not. Experience has a lot to do with that. Okay? Experience has a lot to do with your level of knowledge, your level of wisdom. Okay? That's where your ultimate wisdom, your ultimate gift comes from. Because the more a man experiences in a lifetime, the more strong-willed that man is, the more sense of direction that man has. And there's so many other things that could be said about a man that has come into the rite of passage of manhood, right? And before we get to that point, sometimes when you don't have that frame of mind that is pertaining to manhood, you tend to exhibit something called youthful exuberance, right? Youthful exuberance could make people jump the gun and do things that they don't intend to, things that they are not well calculated. As you can see, at the bottom of the thumbnail, I said, let's talk about this strategically, right? Because I've been watching and listening and coming across and hearing a lot of information about VeryDarkMan. VeryDarkMan was born, like I said, April 8, 1994. Abacha had just taken over from Shenikon, and we had just come from the grueling decline of Nigeria during the Babangida era. This was when Nigeria became flat, rotten, right? And I was born in that era. So when Shenikon took over and Abacha, plotted a coup and took over from Shenikon, there was not much that changed. right? But there was one strategic thing that happened. Abacha refused to let Nigeria go. He started a couple of, as much as people want to say he did bad things, there were things that he did that strategically started placing Nigeria on the right path. Such things like Petroleum Trust Fund, the PTF, that helped a lot of Nigerians have a better experience in that country called Nigeria. During the period of the PTF, most Nigerians that were alive then can attest that there were good roads, at least. We had good roads. Certain aspects of government was functional. And even certain truths are coming out now that some of the funds that Abacha looted was because he needed to move those funds to be able to run Nigeria effectively, because remember, Nigeria was placed under sanctions. So these are the circumstances that relate Martin Vincent Ose with myself. So I was born in an era of corruption, and he came into this world in a period that actually transcended and continued that era of corruption in a world view, right? Because the world view or the perspective of the world that Abacha was a corrupt man. So these were the times that he came in. For us, people like myself, our parents were the ones funding our lifestyle. They were the ones footing the bill and taking care of things. So we did not know what life meant. We did not know what life was what. We did not know what difficulty, like what it took to earn $1. In the case of myself, my father, I had a very industrious father and mother, so they took care of me. But I do not know the circumstances in which this young man grew up. I read through his profile. He was born in some remote, some part of Edo State. I think Abenedo or something like that, like in Edo State, right? I'm not familiar with every aspect, every part of Edo, but Benin City, I know Ring Road, I know a couple of places, I know Murtala Mohammed, I know this place, I know few places. So it's not the most familiar place to me. But what I wanted to talk about in this video was the energy and the zeal of this young man. I have a couple of points that I'm going to go over here. I want to talk about the energy and zeal of this young man. Being born in Nigeria is not a very easy thing. There's an effect that Nigeria has on people that are currently in that environment. It's called the Nigerian effect. Like when they say Nigeria has happened to somebody, like don't let Nigeria happen to you. Nigeria has happened to all of us. It has happened to me in different ways, even to the point of losses that I've experienced in my family. But what I want to say to VeryDarkMan is this. If you're listening, VeryDarkMan, or if you watch this video at any point, please do not let your energy, your zeal, and your need for change go to waste, right? There's nothing wrong with the level of energy you have. There's nothing wrong with the zeal in which you're pursuing this. But sometimes we can have the right energy. We can have the right zeal. But at the same time, the ideology could be wrong. Because when you don't understand something, when you don't understand what you're fighting, it's very easy to make mistakes. I'm going to call your attention to a specific time in history during the era of, because I'm located in the United States, during the era of civil rights. If you talk to Martin Luther King, if you had to go back and talk to Martin Luther King, there's so many things he would have done different so that his melon wasn't left all over the floor. And the level of intelligence he has accumulated over the period of time was such a big loss when he was laying there on that balcony, lifeless. VDM. There's something Igbo people say. Onye nwenti ya geru. I'm making this video to warn you that having the right intention, having the right thing in your heart Having good intentions, wanting the best for the country is all well and dandy, but having the wrong ideology behind it could cost you your life. I've read your biography. I've gone through your Wikipedia page. You're a very decent guy. There's nothing out of the ordinary that I see about your background. Your experience has been the experience of most Nigerians, including myself. I'm dressed the way I'm dressed so that, out of respect, so that you can understand who I am, what my identity is. Obviously, I'm an Igbo man. And I know a lot of Igbos come after you. They come in your chat, they come in your comment section, and they say all kinds of things that you don't like. Some of them, the Ratels go after, and so many things transpire. But I'm not here to talk to you as an enemy. I'm here to approach you as a brother and call to your attention the intrinsic value that you have as a social media influencer and someone that has garnered the attention of the high and mighty in Nigerian society. VDM, please do not let that go to waste. Do not let that go to waste. When it comes to approaching societal issues, when it comes to attacking issues with government, extreme caution needs to be applied and extreme strategy needs to be applied. There's nothing you're trying to do right now that has never been done before, right? The government is not blind. The government knows what's going on. They see the life of everyday Nigerians. You made a comment about Nnamdi Kanu being a distraction. That is false. Nnamdi Kanu is not a distraction. Okay? Nnamdi Kanu is not a distraction. Right? How can you call Nnamdi Kanu a distraction? Are you a madman? Is something wrong with you? Nnamdi Kanu is not a distraction. Nnamdi Kanu was just, equate him to John the Baptist. He was the forerunner that was telling everybody in Nigeria about the intentions of the Fulani to take over Nigeria, to take over land. Because I've come to understand you don't have concrete and crystallized ideology about what's going on in Nigeria. The Fulanis are after the land. They are not after Islamization. If they Islamize you, they don't want you alive. If the goal was to Islamize the existing human beings there, they would just have the people pledge that they vow to follow the Quran. But the Fulanis understand something that you don't understand. They understand something very intricate that you do not get. That the ideology sitting in the head of the average Nigerian, people your age, people my age, is going to be very difficult to win them over. And the Fulanis are ready to start over. They are not after Islamization. They are after taking possession. Just like how the so-called Israelites took over, went to the land of the Canaanites, conquered the Canaanites and took over their land. That's what the Fulanis are after. If you don't understand it now. Force only responds to force. Like I said, the Nigerian government is not blind. They see what's going on. What you're trying to do, fella has done. You know? Now here I do. Then can kill my mama. What hasn't Fela or his children or anybody from the Kuti family said? There's nothing that is new under the sun. These are grown men in our governments. These are people from Nigeria. These are people from that geographical area. If they want the country to be good, it will be good. I'm not saying that your efforts are not valid, but I'm saying, my brother, you're what more to us alive. Channel your energy to things that bring about a different type of change, a positive change, without ruffling the feathers of mighty men that can squash you like a fly. Let me tell you something about protests. I was going to talk to you about this. Remember, this message is directed to VDM and all the Ratels. Yes, you guys are doing great work. VDM is doing great work. But great work with the wrong ideology can land you in a very, very fatal position. When I see VDM and I hear from the members of the Ratel, I like you guys with your head on your neck. Do not take this warning for granted. The problem you have is not a heart problem. You don't have a problem with your heart. Yes, you guys intend good, but good intentions with wrong ideology will remove your head from your neck. The Fulanis understand this. The Fulanis are moving with an ideology that that as I'm speaking right now, I can see that most of you that are in the Ratel movement and VDM himself do not understand. But follow me carefully. We're going somewhere. By the end of this live stream, you will have a solution. Force only responds to force. Remember that saying. Let me tell you something about protest. When you're protesting against a very powerful person, you are only leading the aggressor to being victorious in negotiations. My very good friend has this powerful saying that in the mouth of the lion, the antelope cannot negotiate. There's no negotiation when the antelope is in the mouth of the lion. What can a man tell a lion when the antelope is already in his mouth? The lion is ready to have dinner. The lion is ready to eat. At that point, there's no negotiation. Remember these words of mine. These are words of wisdom. Protest leads the aggressor to being victorious in any negotiations. Look at it in the civil rights movement in the United States. You look at South Africa. When Nelson Mandela realized that his people were going to let him die in prison, they never tried to come to jail. As populous as South Africa was, they never tried to come break him out of jail. He had to make a deal with his oppressors. If you look at South Africa today, the same people that put Nelson Mandela in jail are the victorious ones in South Africa. If you look at the United States today, the same people that Martin Luther King was protesting against are the victorious ones. Life requires strategy. You've grown. Your rise was epic. You've become a force to reckon with in Nigeria. VeryDarkMan, do not use this power, this newly acquired fame, this clout. The young men that you hold their lives in your hand, do not misuse this. Do not lead them to their death. Do not fall for this flimsy possibility that through negotiations, you can bring change. It does not happen. Like I said earlier, the government is not blind. They see what's happening. They have weapons. They have military trucks. They have soldiers. They have so many things at their disposal. These people have air force, pilots. I believe the Nigerian military even has a navy. The Nigerians have navy. They have so many things they can use at their disposal. If push comes to shove, Nigeria is an ally, the United Kingdom is an ally to Nigeria. These people can come to their rescue. My brother, don't throw away your life for something you do not understand. I've explained the case of MLK to you. I've explained the case of Martin Luther King Jr. to you. I don't want you to end up like either of these men. I've already told you that there's no negotiation with the lion when he already has the antelope in his mouth. Another issue that I want to bring to your attention is that in any world you visit, you understand one thing. The God of the lion and the God of the antelope are two separate gods. I want every Nigerian that watches this live stream to understand this. The God of the lion and the God of the antelope is not the same. Because if the God of the lion and the God of the antelope were one being, the lion will go hungry. Or the antelope will cease to exist. But because their gods are separate, the antelope goes on to procreate in multiple numbers, and the lion goes on to keep having food to eat in the antelope. If you don't understand the idiomatic expression that is surrounding the statement I just made, then you can see that you're far from prepared from the plans the Fulani have for you. I also want to bring up a slight topic about the young. He's not very young. This is a man that is past his midlife, in the name of Isa Bako. I just want to bring this guy to your attention. I was opportune to see your back and forth with him on social media. He had indicated that if there was anybody in Nigeria that was to bring about revolution, that VDM was the guy to do it. And I remember you rightfully reacted to that video. You played it, you reacted to it, and then you talked about how these people that are following you, they are not ready for a revolution. That you involving yourself in a revolution was just you blatantly asking for death. It's a death wish. And based on your assessment, I say you're rightfully so. Because the leaders in the Nigerian government are Nigerians. Everybody's looking for somebody to oppress. Everybody's clamoring to get to the top. But there's only so much space at the top. If you know anything about a mountain, the area of the base of the mountain is way larger than the area at the tip of the mountain. So there's only room for a few. So when he told you that starting a revolution was something for you to do, you were the right man to do it. You were very right in pointing out the reasons why that would not be a wise thing, and that was not the right move for someone in your position to partake in. But at this point, I'm seeing that you're having a change of heart, or you're about to make a mistake with the Ratel. This is not the move to make. And this is not the time to make it. These are very turbulent times. As you can see, what happened in the war in Iran, what's happening in Lebanon, what's happening in Syria, what's happening all over the world, Palestine, different parts of the world. These are very trying times. You have to be very careful what you say, how you move, the things you partake in. Because the heart of man is desperately wicked. And I'm going to leave it right there. What are my suggestions? My suggestions is that you start with the heart and the mind of people. There has been numerous leaders that tried to structure Nigeria in a way that Nigeria can survive and thrive. Whether breaking it up, keeping it together as a union, people like Awolowo have tried to the benefit of the Yorubas. Odumobi Ojukwu has tried to the benefit of the Igbos, and Abacha has tried to the benefit of the Hausa Fulanis. But as you can see, this is just one blender that can never get fixed. It keeps becoming more problematic and problematic every day. And the people that are suffering are the everyday Nigerians, the people at the bottom. life has become exponentially difficult for the average Nigerian. And it's not even a joke anymore. Life has become so difficult that people have to engage, find themselves in very awkward situations just in the quest to survive. When I say start from the heart and the minds of people, I think education on ideology, recapturing the mind of the average Nigerian, repositioning of the mindset. When you take part in this and you push for these things, revolution will naturally happen when the right mindset has been acquired. Revolution will occur. Right? There's all kinds of revolution. We can have a mindset revolution, an industrial revolution, all kinds, even a religious revolution. All these things are things that are needed by Nigerians. The problem of Nigeria is not one singular problem. It's not a one-size-fits-all. It's not a silver bullet kind of situation. There's not one shot that will take down all the problems of Nigeria. That's not true. That is just not practical. You see what I'm saying? So, my brother, this is not an attempt to cast you down. This is an attempt to prop your hopes up and extend your longevity on this planet so that every single goal that you have, you can live to partake in its victory or outcome. Right? Another thing I want to talk to VDM, Ratel, and the average Nigerian is this. I've been on numerous panels, and there's so many, there's this guy called P2B. He has a lot of staunch supporters here in United States, all across Nigeria and stuff like that. I'm here to, I don't mean to break your hopes, but P2B will not bring about a better Nigeria. He will not do a better job than Tinubu. In whatever measurement you place it, P2B is no match for someone like Tinubu. Tinubu, say what you may about him, he has a strategic understanding of Nigeria, the average Nigerian, and what the problem of Nigeria is. Can he speedily accomplish it all? Not necessarily. Is he all the way good? Not necessarily. Is he all the way bad? I don't think so. But are there pressures? Are there internal pressures? People, pushing, intricate, extrinsic and intrinsic factors constricting his objectives. This always happens to every leader. Look at Donald Trump. He's going through it. Leaders all over the world go through this. The problem of Nigeria is not something that can easily be solved. And I say this to you. Anybody that leaves Nigeria as a leader and goes to 10 Downing prior to an election, more than likely cannot make that country better. It's very unlikely. Because when you look at someone like Captain Ibrahim Traore, he did not go anywhere to take permission to lead the people of his land to victory, to bring development to his country. Nigeria may be far away from that, but on the long run, this is inevitable. With the change in mindset, because first of all, VDM, reason with me here, we are still reading books imported from London. We are still studying European history. We are still neglecting the history of our people. How is Nigeria supposed to change and become this thing that you want it to be when the history of our colonizers and the way of life of our colonizers is still the preferred way of life in Nigeria? Nigerians have been so successful that we were able to do something that has never been done before in music, culturally. Now, in time, VDM, we're going to be able to do the same thing we did with our music our movie industries, so on and so forth, in our politics and our governance. But you see, rushing this thing and trying to get to this pinnacle of, Nigerian Renaissance, it's not going to be a small feat, right? It's not going to be a small feat. I applaud you and the Ratel for the work you guys are doing. Yes, I do applaud you guys. I applaud you guys. I applaud you guys. The objective is pure. The heart craves for positive change. But my brother Vidya, pump your brakes. Do a little bit more studying. Right? Have more conversation with men that really understand Nigeria. Men that really understand the Igbo, the Fulani, the Yoruba ideology. Try to understand, try to go deep and dig and understand what the Fulani are fighting for. And you will start to rethink your approach to solving this big problem that we all have called Nigeria. Right? Like I said, P2B, with us still clinging onto the gown of our colonizers, you can change the leaders for as long as you want. The results will be the same. VDM, I'm not the one saying this. The statistics are there. We gained our independence in 1960. And as you can see, the more they try to change, the more things remain the same. Right? So this is just apparent in everyday life. Look around you. Look at the Naira to dollar exchange rate, Naira to pounds. Look at the cost of things starting from 1960 till today. You'll see that even if you precede 1960 and go before that, I've been looking at videos online about Lagos, different cities. Nigeria has never been good. Not for the average Nigerian. Nigeria has never been good. Ever since colonization, Nigeria has never worked for the average Nigerian. This is the truth. And I understand. Like I say, your intentions are good. I get it. Right? So now, I'm going to ask you a question. Okay? Let's say we're going to a dream world where you, VDM, and all your Ratel members can get everything you want out of life. Okay? Perfect Nigeria, everything works. The least of us is able to access good health care, affordable goods in the market, fair trade. The Igbos are not inflating costs. When you import something into Nigeria, you don't have to bribe. Your goods get to your locations. There's no police checkpoints that are not serving the people on the highway. Good roads, water, electricity, everything that we need. Now, my question to you, VDM and the Ratel, is this. Are you willing to lose it all to achieve that Nigeria? VDM, are you willing to lose your life? Are you willing to let your head separate from your neck just to get that Nigeria that you want? My brother, listen, I don't think most people are ready to do what it takes to bring about the Nigeria that we need. That's the truth. I don't think most people are ready to sacrifice what it takes for us to usher in the change that is needed to get the Nigeria that we need. If I'm lying, go into the chat and say you're lying and you defend your position. Defend your position. People can come in here and defend their position. The average Nigeria is not right. I have a friend. He used to tell me one Nigeria, one Nigeria, one Nigeria. Today he's in Canada. His birthday just passed and I asked him, what happened to one Nigeria? Why are you in Canada? What happened to one Nigeria? You see, in life, people are always going to search for greener pastures. The average Nigerian just wants to survive. The average Nigerian just wants to live. The average Nigerian wants to just get somewhere in life and live out a productive and fruitful life. This is not too much to ask for. And that's why I said earlier, your government know this. The government is not blind. They know these things. But the average Nigerian is not ready to let their head separate from their neck. And until the average Nigerian is ready to let some red liquid come out of their skin, Nigeria will never change. This is the truth. Everybody watching and listening knows this. It's not going to happen. Because for change, for the kind of revolution that Nigeria needs to happen, for it to occur, there has to be bloodshed. That's the truth. But people are not ready for this. So I'm asking you, the members of the Ratel movement, VDM himself, are you ready to do what it takes? Because remember, VDM, when you go on this protest and you take these poor souls, from some of them from wretched homes, the so-called grassroots, the son and the daughters of the rich are not amongst these people. They are somewhere in a Prado Jeep. I know how they move. I went to a very opulent school. These people are moving high and mighty. When it's time for medical checkups, they go to United States. They come to Chicago here. They do what they need to do to get the experience that they need to get. They marry amongst each other. They have the most productive life as afforded to them by their parents. But remember, I told you at the end of this live stream, I'm going to give you the solution because I'm the kind of person. As a matter of fact, for you guys watching, check out my other YouTube channels. I have a channel called The Solutionist. The other one is the Choo Choo Musu. That's the men's channel where we talk about everything concerning men. I have the Solutionist channel where we talk about everything concerning money. And then on this channel, I just tackle a broad range of topics. So, like I said, are the Ratel members and VDM themselves, are they ready to lose their life? The answer is a blunt no. The Ratel and VDM, most people, when it comes down to it, I don't want this young man VDM. He's too valuable to us to go anywhere. I don't want VDM to be a short story. Someone that came, saw, and just, and just got out of the way. I'm not working for Tinubu. I don't know Tinubu. You know what I mean? I just know that Tinubu is a man like you, right? He's trying to do what he knows best. Tinubu is not your enemy. If you really think about it, most Nigerians are their own enemy. They adopt wrong ideologies. They refuse to enact change for themselves. Change begins at the least of us. It doesn't start from the top. It starts from the bottom. If these politicians see that you guys don't want them no more, that you guys are ready to live life outside of them, not going to vote and do all this rubbish, you start to build businesses, start to build things that make your life better, start working together, start liking each other, showing love to each other, leaving this religion and Western nonsense to the side. You will see that life will change for most Nigerians. Let's do the practical things. Let's stop putting our life on the line. We have things to build. United States and so many countries became great because the average citizen opted to use their mind instead of channeling their mind towards the government and asking, what can Tinubu do for me? The average Nigerian should be asking themselves, what can I do for my people? How can I serve Nigeria? How can I serve my people? I know it's not easy. I know it's very difficult. We have the resources. And in the case of the Ratel movement and VDM and how it concerns insecurity in Nigeria, like I said earlier, I will say this till it's almost nauseating. Force only responds to force. How are you trying to deal with insurgency and banditry and terrorism with no plan, no concrete plan? We're talking about people that have billions, some of them zillions, people that have truckloads and warehouses of money. My brother, don't let these poor souls and people that have, basically nothing to lose die in the plot of just lose their neck without living a fruitful life. There's so much more we can do. We don't have to rely on the Nigerian government. There are practical solutions. Like I say, stay with me to the end of this live stream. If I don't provide you a solution, call me a bastard. People provide real solutions to real problems. We have a real problem in Nigeria. Recognize it. I'm not working for Tinubu. As a matter of fact, if I was working for Tinubu, I'll tell him the truth. The problem of Nigeria is easily fixable. It's just that we have empty heads, people that are not thinking. Nigeria has arable land. I can even tell you right now, one of the biggest problems in Nigeria is that we've abandoned agriculture. That's one of the biggest problems in Nigeria. Is that we have abandoned agriculture. Anybody that cannot feed themselves will lose their life to just their enemy. If you cannot feed yourself, you're gone. At the basic level of life, a human being should be able to factor in their own, at least their own food. Let me give you an example. Today, I was going to my car, the parking lot. I was about to get into my car, and I saw this wild berry tree, and there were some pigeons at the bottom of the berry tree, just patiently waiting for the berry to fall down on the ground. And as the berry was falling, they were just eating. Remember, these are birds that have wings. They can fly and go on top of the tree and get the berry. But they understood that eating the berry on the tree is not the right move to make because the berry is not ripe yet. But when it falls on the floor, that means it's very ripe, it's ready to eat. I'm not asking Nigerians to be patient. If you're listening to this live stream, I'm not asking you to be patient. I'm asking you to be proactive. If I say Tinubu is not your problem, most of you will come for my head. The problem of Nigeria is Nigerians. Let me explain. If you are an average Nigerian, right? If you're an average Nigerian, you get a visa, you come to United States, someone accommodates you, you get some level of residency, and you start driving like, say, an Uber. In less than 8 months, most Nigerians that come here start making headway and succeeding more than 60% of the average American. Why? It's not that nothing changed. It's just the geographical location changed. The person just went from a place of scarcity to a place of abundance. And just like that, boom, their life just changed. When you see Nigerian boys here, Nigerian girls here in the United States hustling, they are not hustling because it's just in their blood. They are hustling because they know the hostile nature of where they are coming from. They know what the alternate reality is. If they don't hustle as hard as they need to, what do they go back to? Come back there and start complaining with everybody? No. Like I said, the problem is not, no, sir. The problem is not the Nigerian, the country. Yes, the country is bad. Yes, things are not good. Yes, things are not moving well. Yes, the government is not doing their part. Yes, the government has struggles. Yes, system have struggles. But in every society, the people that reign supreme, that make things happen, are the people. If you killed every Nigerian, what would the government have to govern? They have nobody to govern. You Nigerians are the power. You guys are the uranium. You guys are the gasoline. You guys are you are what makes the society concrete. You're what makes the society move. Without you, nothing can happen. Even if you topple your government today, there's nothing that will change. If you topple your government today, nothing will change because it will be the same people that will go into power and try to run the country. They will run it back into the ground. But now, if we go towards the route of innovation, where we start going back to the things that we know, like agriculture, at least feeding ourselves. The average Nigerian needs food. We need to feed. We need to be able to walk around not hungry. Because there's a saying by a British man called Winston Churchill. I hate to quote Winston Churchill. I wish I could quote an African, but you see, we don't value our own. So when I went to school, they mostly taught us about the British. Winston Churchill said, a hungry stomach has no political advisor. Why are people talking about politics when they haven't even eaten? People are supposed to be farming, raising food, selling food. If there's anything we know that somebody will buy in Nigeria, is food. If there's anything that sells every day in Nigeria, is food. We should take it back all the way to our farmland. They've made agriculture undesirable in your country. If you come here, anywhere you go to Bolingbrook, all you see is farmland. Like these people have okra, maize. You can eat maize for days. You can go and pluck one, nobody will bother you. Corn everywhere, strawberry, you go to Iowa, there's strawberry everywhere. You know? You see this one here, what's his name? Oluwa Shehu Bakare. One Yoruba idiot is talking about thunder go fire you. You be idiot, I beg, go sleep. If you look at this guy, he has no single innovative idea. So he's frustrated at the government. The truth is that if you're innovative, you won't care about what the government is doing. That's the truth. The last time I've been employed in the United States was 2011. Ever since then, I own my own business. I do my own hustle. I work for myself. I own multiple businesses. I'm not bragging. I'm just telling you what we do. All you Nigerians have the capacity. If you're in Nigeria right now watching me, if they give you a plane ticket, you come here, you will probably do better than me. You will excel. You will blow up. Because why? The opportunity is here. You're in the region of abundance. You just left a place of scarcity. Nigeria is a place of scarcity. The problem is not your government. The problem is the place, the people, the mindset. Once the mindset changes, everything will change. Your mindset is your world. Your mindset is your reality. I don't care what anybody gives you. If you don't have the right mindset, you will lose it. I'm a businessman. You know how many times I've lost money? Multiple times. I've lost money like a fool. I've made bad investments, bad mistakes, borrowed money to people, lost money. Is part of life. But you see, the beautiful thing about a region of abundance is that you can afford to make these mistakes. Please, VDN, don't lead these young men. Don't lead these Ratel people. Don't lead these people into the darkness. These young men have a long life to live. Let's find ways that we can do things that will benefit Nigerians inside Nigeria. Importation won't solve the problem. The biggest problem, everybody in the comment can attest to it, in Nigeria is food. If people eat, they can now think. If you eat, you can think. When you're hungry, you don't think well. Even me, myself, in this United States, I eat once a day. But that's because I'm watching my weight. I don't want to blow up. If you eat food, you can think straight. You can even notice it, even with women. It's very common amongst women. When a woman is hungry, like she acts very erratic. She's very impulsive. When a woman is already impulsive, but when she doesn't eat, she's even more impulsive. Are you understanding me? So we need to be careful about where we dislodge the problems of our society to. The biggest problem we have in our society called Nigeria is the citizens, because the citizens are the ultimate value. I've said it before. If you remove Nigerians, what would the government rule? Who would they lead? There's nobody to lead. Sean Lafayette said, what's the value of Naira in Africa today? $1, is it not 1,300 something? You know? 1,300. Okay, you are working for Tinubu. I'm not working for Tinubu. That's false. You have to go. So it's $1 to 1,300 and something. I just sent about, I don't know, I sent money when I can to Nigeria. So I know it's about somewhere between 1,300 and 1,400. Dollar has gotten worse. From when I was born, I think 1 naira was 85, was 50, $1 was 50 naira. $1 was 50 naira. By the time I left Nigeria, $1 was like, $1 was 185, somewhere around there, 185. Then from there, it just skyrocketed and just went straight to the moon. So things have been bad. So when they tell you Nigeria used to be good, my brother, you don't have to believe me. Go on YouTube and watch the video of Nigeria pre-1960, pre-independence. You see the roads were never good. I've done the research. I even did my research on VDM before I did this. I went and read his profile. Dude is a decent guy. I bet you every member of the Ratel is a decent human being. But I'm telling you, as a businessman that engages in solution analysis, facing the government is a waste of your energy. Innovation is key. When you innovate, the government needs you. You understand? When you innovate, the government is the one that starts asking for your help. The government starts to chase you. Even if the government don't chase you, you can within yourself, fund yourself. Indians do it here. Pakistanis do it here. They want to open a mechanic shop. They come together. Nobody has the money. Banks won't fund them. They come together. Onyenke will take this one brings money. Bam, bam, bam. Yorubas do it here. Even Igbos do it. They join money together and open the thing and it starts to work. They remove government from their business. If you come to United States, rich people or anybody that wants to be rich, their biggest threat is the government. They don't want the government in their business. But where we come from, we're waiting for the government for everything. It won't work, my brothers and sisters. It would not work. The government don't have the solution. If they had the solution, after 1960, Nigeria would be number one. They don't have the solution. As you can see, different types of men. These are adult grown men with different ideology. They all have ideological problems. Nigeria will be going up. One person will come, Nigeria will crash. Another person will come, he will go up small, then he will crash, he will go. This thing VDM is doing, fella already tried it. You cannot shame the government into doing the right thing. You can't. But when it comes to power, you cannot force them either. VDM doesn't have the power to force Nigerian government to act. It doesn't. So this is what I'm saying to VDM and the Ratel movement. I need you to start thinking of Nigeria as a business because that's exactly what Nigeria is. Any person out there, the smart people, the idiots, the people in the back of the room, Nigeria is a business. The earlier you start to think of Nigeria as a business, the better for you. Nigeria is not a country. It's a business. If you approach it as a business, you start to see things differently. You start to benefit. Once you look at this, the perimeter, the area of land where you live, you start to look at it as a business, that the people running it are running a business. You start to think to yourself, how can I benefit from this business? How do I align myself with the right people? How do I move appropriately? The rich people in your country, they're in Nigeria, they need friends. They are people's friends. They have work. They need employment. They need to hire people, right? When they have business ideas, they need people to enhance it. You need to place yourself, my dear Nigerians, in a very strategic position. Ratel, VDM, you need to place yourself in a place where you can benefit so that you can empower yourself. A man without money is a powerless man. I get very quickly. Very quickly. Haven't you noticed something that Igbos, wherever they go, they always go and succeed? Not all Igbos, but most of them, the enterprising ones, they don't go and start looking for the government to solve their problem. The average Igbo man can solve his problem. The Yorubas have caught on to it too, right? The Yorubas I see here in Chicago, they go and source their survivor. They don't wait for American government. I've been to Portugal. I've been to Spain. The Africans, the Nigerians I met there, every Nigerian that leaves that country, they'd always blossom and do well. For you to do well in Nigeria, you have to go somewhere, source your survival, raise capital, then come back into Nigeria. That's the only way. The only thing holding the average Nigerian from blowing up is just capital. That's it. You just need capital. You just need to source capital. If you have capital, you just start a small talk shop. At least you'll be managing, you'll be doing well. Capital is the problem, and government is supposed to be giving this capital to people. Take, for example, someone like VDM, okay? This Ratel movement is solving all this problem, which is doing a great job, right? Imagine if instead of channeling all that energy towards facing the government, VDM and his Ratels start raising money to expose the Ratel groups to businesses and opening avenues for them to self-enterprise. People are opening businesses, providing services that Nigerians need, helping the average Nigerian extract value from the economy. This is what Nigeria needs. Nigeria doesn't need talkatives, people that just talk every day, asking government for this and that. That's social communism or whatever. The government cannot provide all your needs. Trust me, most of you want the government to act. When the government start acting well, you won't like it to. Ask any billionaire, any rich person in any well-organized, structured society. You will tell you the number one thing rich people will tell you is that they want the government out of their business. Nigeria is a very, very prime and ripe real estate for any type of business for people to blow up. I believe, I'm not misleading you. I will never mislead you. You see, the thing is about it is I don't live in Nigeria. So what you Nigerians are going through, the people on the ground, I don't take it for granted. I cannot tell you what to do. Am I a madman? I don't know what you're going through. I can only go off what I see. And based on my analysis, based off what I see, Nigeria has an innovation problem. We need to teach more young men to be innovative. That's the problem. So, like I said, VDM and his cohort, the Ratel, vibrant, energetic young Nigerians need to start thinking of Nigeria as a business. How do you benefit from a business? If you're an Igbo, Chebe maka Nigeria ka Afia, think of Nigeria like a market. Afia, Nigeria is market. General market. How can you get your share of the market? How can you offer a service so that you can extrapolate value from the market? Now, another question, VDM and his Ratel group, I need you to ask yourself. Since I've told you that Nigeria is a business, ask yourself this one question. Have you ever wondered this? Who owns majority of the shares in Nigeria as a business? You already know that Nigeria was sold to a company called Unilever, and today it exists as the Niger company. Most of you know this. But you see, Nigerians don't like people that tell them the truth. Everybody want to live in delusion. Everybody want to act one Nigeria. This, I told you, one of my idiot friends, he was saying one Nigeria, now he's in Canada. You know? There's something called gentle revolution. Nigeria doesn't need a bloody revolution right now. We need a gentle revolution so that people can live out a fruitful life. If we do a bloody revolution, it would be a mess. We still have tribalism, you know? We still have tribalism, we still have different things, difference in tongues and stuff like that. And we remember, we celebrate our diversity in culture. There's nothing wrong with that. I appreciate every Igbo, Yoruba, Hausa, Efik, any group that is in the chat right now. You're very well appreciated. But you have to understand that just because you have your way of life, it doesn't call for you to disrespect the way of life of another person. No, you can't do that. No, sir. We all have to respect each other. But you know the best way we can respect each other? Coming together to share this innovative value. You know, coming to United States, one of the things that I've learned that is one of the greatest power Nigerians have. You know how you used to go to the market, right? And you see, usually amongst Igbos, you see this group of Igbo guys, they sell spare parts. And then somebody come to his shop to buy a spare parts. He doesn't have the spare parts. Then he will run to another person's shop, right? And then he will say, okay, now you have these spare parts. He will now take the customer and go and sell it to the customer at his friend's shop as though it's his own second shop. This is how life should be. This is innovation. We need more innovative people. We just don't need educated fools, idiots with certificates, just walking around. If you say you're going to protect yourself against insurgency, go and buy a GUN. Don't just talk about it. Every single Ratel member cannot afford a GUN. Okay? Every single Ratel member cannot afford a GUN. But this is what is needed for protection. If you're waiting for the government to come and protect you, they will kill you. They will finish you pieces. They will finish you pieces. They will finish you. These people are ready. Look how they are arriving. Look how they are. These people are supported. They are protected. They capture them. They release them. They put Nnamdi Kanu in jail. People are clapping and supporting that, calling him a distraction. Nnamdi Kanu is not a distraction. Nnamdi Kanu is a forerunner. He told you guys, he told everybody, he warned Nigeria, he told them the Fulani is coming. This is not a surprise. This is not a surprise. I would even say VDM and the Ratel movement. You people are late. Because this should have started happening when Nnamdi Kanu was ringing the bell and telling the whole Nigeria that we need to get ready for this. What do you think the Fulanis are doing with all those land that they capture, taking Kwara State, chasing all the Yorubas out? What do you think they're doing with it? They're mining the natural resources from there, having children, impregnating their women. The average Yoruba and the average Igbo girl don't want to give birth to children. If they give birth to 1, 2 children, they stop giving birth. Fulani is there populating the whole Nigeria. You see them coming to Lagos in truckload. They tell you they are not a bandit. Tomorrow, what's the difference between a bandit and a non-bandit? Bandit, bandit is the one you catch with gun in his hand. Bandit is the one with GUN in his hand. Non-bandit, you don't see no GUN in his hand. That's the difference between regular bandit and fake bandit. They tell you they're not bandit today, tomorrow they turn bandit. You understand? In Igbo land, they say, an apple does not fall far from the tree. They tell you they're not bandit. These people, you know one thing, they are very loyal to their people. They are very loyal to their people. See, the Hausa used to support them. They finished them in the north. The Fulani wants to take over your land. The question I'm asking VDM and the Ratel movement, are you ready to lose it all? Are you ready to go all out? If you're not ready, my brother, pipe low, break, calm down. Gentle revolution. Take it easy. Work with the government, work with everybody. Protect yourself. Don't wait for the government to protect you. You've seen that the government has no interest in protecting you. Or somebody is stifling the operations of the government to take action. You see, I've watched videos. I've been watching videos on Telegram, what they are doing to the Nigerian military. It's very sad. It's very sad. Young Yoruba boys, able-bodied men, just losing their life, just losing it for nothing. Igbo, Hausa, all the groups. So you can see this thing is something that cuts through the whole fiber of the whole country. It's not happening to just one group. So you can't say, oh, you're talking because you're Igbo, you're doing like, no, it's happening to the Yorubas, it's happening to the Hausas, it's happening to the Igbos, it's happening to everybody. They're showing everybody woto. I just watched Asari Dokubo's video the other day where he was talking. Innovation, self-reliance, protection. The same way you people dig borehole to provide water for yourself, the same way you buy generator to protect yourself, the same way you do everything, that's the same formula that needs to be applied now. It's time we stop looking at the government. The world has come so far. We need to start using YouTube and other social media, other social media pathways. We need to start using them as avenues to indoctrinate self-innovation to our people. We need to start letting go of some of this colonial mentality. You know? You see somebody, you go to China, buy goods. You come to Nigeria, buy the good. The thing will break. You start praying. Who are you praying to? The Chinaman that made the fridge, did he pray when he was making the fridge? We need to start letting go of this colonial mindset. Because if we let go of this colonial mindset, it will allow us to think very clearly. We'll be thinking with crystal understanding. Like I told you, I have no problem with what VDM is doing. I'm just saying that the ideology behind his activity doesn't support the thesis that his understanding is crystal. He doesn't have crystal understanding. This is a young man, you know, full of energy, wants to do things and move the needle in the positive direction. But I'm saying he's going to get people to lose their necks. He needs to be careful. You need to be careful. Like I said, ask yourself, who owns majority of the shares? The answer lies in who your leaders go and bow to whenever it's time for election. Follow the money and you understand who holds the majority of the shares in this Nigeria that I told you is a business. Nigeria is a business. If you disagree, you're an idiot. You just don't know what's going on. You're so lost. You know, you need to go and read a book. The next thing I want to talk about is, are you and your Ratel more powerful than the person or people or countries that you're trying to protest against? Because when you go against the grain, you see why I'm so against this Ratel protest and the things, the way you guys are going about things and VDM and, you know, is because you're not just going against the grain. You're going against very powerful entities, persons, people, countries. They will not just, you know, take this thing lying down. Don't talk. Action. You see, they already have the objective. You have to set your own objective. I already said it before. The only thing that force responds to is another force. That's it. The government can't solve this problem for you. If they can, it would have been solved a long time ago. The government is doing what they can at the rate at which they can. And they go anywhere in the world, you will see that the government has never been known to solve the problem of its citizens in its entirety. The government never does that. That's not their job. Government plays a supporting role, but most problems in society is solved by the citizens. Look around the world. Elon Musk, look at all these people. Elon Musk came and made a car. You go to Japan, Toyota, all these different people, they do something. Nigeria was going to be innocent. All these people make attempts. But one citizen cannot make it happen. One person that you elected or that got in there fraudulently or legitimately cannot just turn the country around in 4 years. Think how many years it took to destroy Nigeria. It's impossible, my brothers in the Ratel movement and VDM. What has been destroyed in Nigeria, you cannot fix it in such a very short period of time. We fix it by positive social change, step by very gradual steps. It's not going to be an overnight thing, but the change will start happening once the mindset of the people starts to take a turn for the better. Okay? If your answer is no, then choose life. If your answer is yes, fire down. What do I mean by that? If you're not more powerful than the people that you were talking about that you're trying to protest against, you need to calm down. But if you believe that you can match their force, remember, the so-called people that you're protesting against, the banditry and stuff like this, people are not protesting either. They are coming with GUN, they are coming with firepower, they are coming with everything that they have. They are coming to take your land. They are not just coming and just talking. That's not what they are doing. They are coming with full force. Full force. So you have to meet force with force. You just can't be talking to these people. These people don't listen. They don't hear go. They don't hear stop. They don't hear come. They don't hear nothing. These people don't even look at themselves as your countryman. They see you as the enemy. They see VDM. They see every member of the Ratel movement as their enemy. That's what's happening. When you think of this, the banditry in Nigeria and the Fulani insurgency, they see every one of us, including myself sitting here, they see us as an enemy that needs to be wiped out and be taken out of their land. They are coming to take your land. You need to understand this, and you need to be ready and not wait on the government. You need to meet force with force. That's the only thing they respond to. Okay? I will tell you this last thing, VDM and the whole Ratel movement. Powerful men have powerful appetite, my dear brother. Whoever is, if I was watching a video on Telegram posted by the English Alaji, right? When I saw the quality of weapons and the things that these insurgents and bandits were using to fight Nigerian soldiers and fight the average Nigerian citizen, somebody heavy, a powerful person is behind these people. Very powerful person is behind these people. VDM, Ratel, is someone powerful behind you guys? Do you have someone that is willing to spend billions to arm you guys? Do you have someone that is ready to pay billions when you guys are fighting to equip you with food, air support, drone support, and all this other support that you're going to need if you need to quell this insurgency and banditry in Nigeria? The answer is no, you don't have this. Powerful men have powerful appetite, and the appetite of these powerful men, you don't want to see how far they will go to quench their appetite. Please, my brothers, do not find out. Do not lose your head over commonsensical things about life. These people after your land, you need to protect your land. Do not bank on the government to do it for you. If you don't have someone powerful behind what you are trying to do, stand down, quiet revolution, build allies. Go and build allies, right? This is politics. You have to learn how to make friends, how to build alliances before you can pull the trigger. You just can't move recklessly. When you move recklessly, you end up like Martin Luther King. And a headless man cannot vote. This situation in Nigeria right now, the banditry and insurgency, PVC card cannot save you from it. You cannot vote your way out of this one. This is something that was voted in. This was a plan that has been coming down the pipeline for a long time. And it's sad to say, this is not going to change anytime soon. Please, do not bank on anybody to protect you as a Nigerian. You are on your own. The government has shown you this. You've seen our military officers. Nigeria could not even qualify for Commonwealth Cup because of the state of the nation. Some of our players refuse to just, gamble it. How can you blame them? This is what I have to say to VDM in closing and his cohort of suppliers and the Ratel movement. VDM, if you're watching this video, please use your fame Go and amass a fortune for you and your Ratels. Use social innovation, business communities, diffusion of knowledge, and just aligning yourselves with a community where people share information to build a bigger and better financial fortune. Because this is what at the end of the day, that's the end game. It's all about money. If you don't have money, you're not getting anywhere. You're not going anywhere if you don't have money. Nothing is happening for you. Because the people that we're fighting against, they have money. That's why they're able to fight. They are backed by someone with money. That's why they can fight. Think about the number of bandits. Think about the number of bikes they have. Think about the number of GUN they have. Think about the number of bullets they need. Think about everything they are using. Think about how much that costs. Just the cost of this insurgency alone is enough to make Nigeria a better country. But that's not what they want. Isn't this commonsensical? Please wake up, my fellow Nigerians. Wake up. Can't you see? This is so obvious. They don't want to make the country better. It has never been the plan to give you a better Nigeria. That's why when you get on a plane and go anywhere in the world that has an ounce of prosperity, Nigerians are some of the greatest people that Western countries welcome into their atmosphere. When Nigerians show up there, they are doctors, they are nurses, lawyers, good students, they are devoted workers, Uber drivers, taxi drivers. They do some of the best work. And they try their best not to disturb the moral fiber of the society. Yes, do we have bad actors? Yes, we have some bad actors as Nigerians. That's normal. Nigerians are not the worst people. Don't let them confuse you into painting yourselves as the worst. Nigerians are good people. All over the world where you go, Nigerians are well known, for good and for bad. Who doesn't? Pakistanis, they are known for their doctors and their fraudsters. They're known. This is the same. Don't let anybody corner you into a space where you don't belong. Nigerians are great people. VDM is a great man. The Ratel movement, they are great people. However, common sense that is not common will lead you into an early grave. Right? And I'll close with saying this. Please, VDM and the Ratel group, avoid ruffling the feathers of people that have the power to exterminate mankind. Avoid ruffling the feathers of people, groups, countries that have the power to exterminate mankind. They've come for you. They've come for your land. They've come to fight you. Protect your land. Protect yourself. Take your protection into your hands since the government has failed. As this moment, even in the United States, announcements are going around that Nigeria is a failed state because of the situation of banditry. Even VDM, I saw a video, I didn't finish the video he was analyzing. He was basically he brought out a map of Nigeria showing how the banditry has taken over the country and how Nigerians are basically almost surrounded. And to the average Nigerian that is still aloof, asleep, and not up on game, and I have this to tell you, when these bandits succeed in circling Nigeria, they will not leave you alive. I doubt it. They will not leave you alive. They have a goal. What is your goal? Guys, that's the end of this live stream. Shout out to VDM. Shout out to the Ratel movement. Shout out to Nigerians all over the world. Shout out to Nigerians diaspora. Shout out to Nigerians in Nigeria. Shout out to everybody that checked in on this live stream. You know, I really appreciate you. Thanks for coming through. I had to make this live stream because I saw the things going on and I saw how people were misdiagnosing what was going on in Nigeria. And now I promised you that I was going to show you a solution to all this problem. What the average Nigerian should definitely not overlook. The one bullet that will start solving your problem. And after you receive this solution, I promise you, your life will never be the same. Subscribe to my channel, the Solutionist channel, Chuchu Wonsu channel, Chukuma Wonsu channel. Come on, guys, click the like button. I see 6 of you in here, or 13 of you in here. Click the like button, like the video. You know, this is a good video. This is a good conversation. This is something necessary, you know, guys. Like, it's free. Just click the like button. It doesn't cost you anything to click the like button. Why are people stingy with the like button? Just like the video. Come on, do this. Like the video. Just click the like button and, just showing that you appreciate the work. Click the like button, guys. Share this video, with your friends and stuff like that, But like I said, the like button is free. So if people that are interested in Nigerian topics can come in here, listen to me, give very sound advice, and you can't even click the like button. Can't you see that Nigeria is screwed? Nigeria is screwed. Government are talking about, are you referring to government that doesn't care about the citizens' life, citizens' life? If you are not ready to say the truth to power, pack well and allow who is ready to move move on. Look at this Banza. This one is a fool, man. He's talking truth to power. Truth to power. You want to use mouth. Government is using gun, bomb, airplane and stuff. You want to speak truth to power. Listen, to the few of you guys in here that don't want to click the like button, right? Let me tell you this, right? Anybody you see talking like this, you see this Shonwa Lafedi or whatever that stupid name is. People like this are your worst enemy. Talking about speaking truth to power. They want to use the American system in a place where it doesn't apply. You're speaking truth to power. You think Tinubu care about you speaking truth to power? You see, I think a lot of Nigerians don't even know how power works. You want to speak truth to power. Who are you speaking to? Sheyi Tinubu Abi, Bola Ahmed Tinubu. Who are you speaking truth to power to? You think Iran spoke truth to power? That's how they were able to get their way with the United States. You think people just speak truth to power? That's how, wars are won, and that's how people get freedom. Martin Luther King, he spoke truth to power. Where is he today? When Mandela was speaking truth to power, what did they do to him? They put that man in the jail to rot in. It was after 25 years, he saw that his people weren't going to come and break him out of jail. The man made a deal with the people that were imprisoning him. Stop speaking truth to power. Power doesn't listen. Listen, power is just power. There's no other force comparable to power. They tell you knowledge is power. They tell you all kinds of stupid things is power. That's a lie. Power is just power. And men decide where power lies. So it's on you Nigerians to decide where power lies. Don't get it twisted. We Nigerians in the diaspora, we really want to come home. But we're not going to come home to, just to lose our life. We'd rather stay where we are. I was just opportune to have the kind of parents. My dad had a foresight. He saw that very earlier on that Nigeria was on the decline. He made his exit, and here I am today. I've gone to school here. I've done all this stuff, and I've seen that at the end of the day, to be honest with you, innovation is the key to a fruitful life. Building your way to serve humanity. Look at Elon Musk, all the school he went to. What is he known for? Building businesses. Go and build businesses. I don't care what you studied in school. Go and start a business that will serve your fellow Nigerians. Go and have children, you Yoruba and Igbos, and all these single women all over the place. Go and get pregnant. Go get a husband. Look at, the other day I saw that, the government of Borno State is sponsoring marriage with 1.something billions of naira so that a bunch of Fulani men will get married and Hausa men will get married and have children that will come tomorrow and get rid of you guys. Your number is dwindling. You see all these useless Yoruba and useless Igbo women. They don't want to have children no more. They have one children. They are tired. Two children. No, you people are not ready. You guys are going to be gone. They will wipe you guys off the face of this earth. Now, let's get to the solution. If I can stop dealing with some of you emotional bitch-ass Nigerians. Okay? So let's get to the solution. Okay? Because Nigerians are so emotional. Look, they're so emotional. They can't even click the like button. But they keep watching my video. They keep watching my video, but they can't click the like button. What kind of human beings are these? What kind of human beings are these? They can't even, these people won't even piss on you if you're on fire. Yeah? That's why most of you are losing. That's why the country is losing. That's why Nigeria is on fire. I know these Fulani people, like, seriously, I really think like the Fulani people, right? I really think the Fulani people, their plight is righteous. I really think their plight is righteous because they've looked at you people. You guys don't want to have children. You guys don't want to get married. The women don't want to submit. The women are talking all these feminists, F nonsense. The Fulani is like, it's time for these people to go. They see your women dressing naked. Prostitution is rampant. They are running all over the streets, all over Lagos. I heard all the girls are now prostitutes. The Fulani have seen you guys. The bandits have seen you guys, and they're after you guys. They're coming to eradicate all of you and your family. What are you going to do? They're coming after you to eradicate all of you. You know what kind of activity, all the sedentary activities and the lifestyle, the alternate lifestyle that is lived in Nigeria. These people have seen this and they're sick of it. That's what they are fighting for, to take your land away from you because you've lost your way and your culture. Pathetic people that can't even just hit a like button and they are listening to you and watching you. What kind of human beings are these? And you still want a solution. You're in here because you want a solution, but you can't click a like button. And I'm supposed to be the good guy that will give you a solution to all your problems. Man, I'm even thinking of changing my mind. Maybe I shouldn't show you guys this solution. I shouldn't share this with you guys. I always heard that Nigerians are pathetic, but I never believed it. Don't get me wrong. They're pathetic here in Chicago too. They're pathetic all over the world. They can be good. But for the most part, they're pathetic. That's why I have a very negative reputation all over the world. People come to your live stream. They watch you. They want to learn what game you can give to them, knowledge, exposing them to the reality of the world. But they can't even click a like button, just like, hey, brother, I support you. I care about what you're saying. I think you're saying the truth. Or even, I don't even care. Hit the dislike button. Hit the dislike button. Click, there's one that goes down and there's one that goes up. Click the one that goes down. I don't care. Leave a comment. Look, I started this live stream, an hour to almost 30 minutes ago. Look at the stupid comments I'm getting here from these pathetic Nigerians. Oga, you are working for Tinubu. I wish I was working for Tinubu. You know how rich I would be? Oga Tinubu, if you're listening, come and hire me. Let me fix Nigeria for you. This idiot, these lazy people, they're all lazy. Nigerians are lazy. That's the problem. People don't want to listen. I'll turn up on you guys. They're lazy people. Go and work hard. Go and open businesses. Stop going to school. There's not enough companies to hire you lazy fucks. What else is he saying there? The other one say, thunder go fire you, idiot. I beg, go sleep. Look at him. He just woke up this morning. He's supposed to go to work, but he wants to go back to sleep. Lazy, stupid Nigerian. What is this one saying here? What's the value of Naira in Africa today? Idiot. Does the whole Africa use Naira? Naira is only for Nigeria. You see this one? You see, this is why I'm telling you that Nigeria will never get good. Nigeria is a business. My brother, my sister, go and get your share of the pizza in the business. Go and find out. Stop hating on Tinubu. Stop hating on all these people. Ratel, go and align yourself. Get what you need so you can fight the fight that you need to fight. You understand? This one over here, what did he say? He said, compared to 2010, when it can't even speak in. I wish I could speak Igbo, say, but they won't hear Igbo. This one say, compared to 2010, when it was Naira, 145 Naira to dollar. Well, that's a long time ago. You know what I'm saying? That ship has sailed. We're never going back to that. This one say, which government are you talking about? Are you referring to government that doesn't care about citizens' life? If you are not ready to say truth to power, pack well and allow who is ready to say move on. Look at this one. This one just wants VDM to lose his life. This is just a pathetic fool. What kind of useless name is this? Showa Lefadi. These useless people. You can't even use your real name. You're not even man enough. Look at them. Most of these people living these stupid comments, they don't even have like what do you call it? A profile picture. They don't have an icon. This is why Nigerians are pathetic. These are the people that give Nigerians bad name all over the world. When you try to give them pure game, listen, I can be sleeping right now. I can go on a ride with my Range Rover. I can be cooking. I enjoy cooking. I can be cooking right now, but I'm over here talking to pathetic Nigerians that can't even click the like button on a stupid internet YouTube video. What does it take from you to just click a like button? You know what I mean? You're here listening. You're watching what I'm saying. You know I'm telling the truth. Even your president, if he's listening, Bola Ahmed Tinubu will tell you that I'm telling the truth. This is the truth I'm telling you here. I'm spitting facts. I'm not lying to none of you Nigerians. You know this. Nigerians are fucking lazy. Nigerians are fucking not innovative. And people that are lazy and not innovative, eventually the bandits will show up and they will get rid of all of you. That's their goal. Do you know that Louis Vuitton, Prada, what's the other one? Hermes, the leather that they use to make those bags, they are being sourced in the north. The Hausas, the Fulanis provide the leather for Gucci, Fendi, all these things that all you Yorubas and Igbos like to wear. They were all sourced in the north. Hausas are these Fulanis, they are so rich that I'm telling you, VDM, pipe low, don't let these people go kill you, bro. Don't let these people go kill you, VDM. Pipe low, pack where, my brother, go drive your Range Rover, amass more wealth, go enjoy your life. If not, if Chicago somewhere, come buy vacation home, just relax. That fight's too dear, bro. You know what I mean? The people where you want tackle, the bar where they hold a long, so that fight don't even make sense. You understand? So that's the thing. People are just pathetic for nothing. They just won't listen to solutions. They won't do no real world problem. We cannot survive off importation. It does not work. You cannot survive off importation. No country in this world has ever survived from importation. Even America, during the pandemic, when American supply chain was blocked off, you go to the grocery store here, there was no food in the store. Some stores. As I'm talking to you right now, United States, gasoline is going to $5 for, per gallon. Over here, they sell it in gallon. You Nigerians, they do liter over there. So for 1 gallon, it's like 4 liters or 4 liters and some change. Right? So think about whatever you pay over there, times it by 4. That's what we're paying here, but we're paying $5. How much is $5 in Naira? That's what we're paying for 1 gallon. Check them now. Diesel. Diesel is even worse. Diesel is like, what is diesel? Diesel is like almost $7. Diesel is almost $7. Yeah? And I'm over here talking. What is it? What's the time here? What's the time? Look at this, midnight in Chicago, 12:27. And I can't even get a group of people to hit like on the show. What kind of people are these, man? Are you sure it's Nigerians that are watching me? It's probably South Africans that are watching me. There's no way. I know my people, man. Nigerians will hit the like button like there's no tomorrow. It must be South Africans watching me. A lot of South Africans, they love Nigerians so much. They love to hate us. So it's probably South Africans, Algerians, and Moroccans watching. Leave a thumbs up if you're from Morocco or Algeria in the live stream. Leave a 1 in the chat, okay? Click a 1 in the chat if you're from Morocco, like this. Do 1 like this. Click a 1, okay? Click a 1 if you're from Morocco. If you're from South Africa, click 2. Click 2 if you're from South Africa. What other useless countries in Africa? Click 2 if you're from South Africa. Algeria. Yeah, if you're from Algeria, click 3. What other useless countries in Africa? I like my Ghanaian people. My Ghanaian people, when they mess up sometimes, Charlie. But if you're from Ghana, press 4. Ghana is not a useless country. Ghana is the country Nigeria should be emulating, both on the leadership level and on the citizen level. Innovation. You see, even Nigerians go to common Ghana over there, then they succeed. Anyway, since we've gone this, you guys saw me open it right here in front of you. I just got this. From Nigeria. Okay? I wanted to talk to you people about this book, The Cooker of Man. The Cooker of Man. For all you Nigerians, for all you Africans, if you have dark skin, this book is what you need. You see this book here? This book will open up the inner chambers of your thinking faculty and activate your survival instinct. VDM, the Ratel, please don't go out again on any single protest until you read this book. Please. Ratel, you guys are already doing a great work. All the members of the Ratel, you're doing great work. Let's agree on that. Nigerians, you guys are doing great, but you can be greater. You see this book right here? Look at it. Let's capture it on this camera. You see this book? The Cooker of Men? Please, this is a must read. This is a must read. And this book is for men only. Oh. Women. This book is not for women. This book is not for women. This is what will save all of you in every part of Nigeria except the North. The North, they already understand the ideology in this book. That's why they are finishing you guys. The North already understand this book. You see it? The Cooker of Men. The solution that men in Nigeria need, family. If you finish reading this book, and you ever think of the government again, call me a bastard. You won't care about the government anymore. You even know who the president is, or you won't care. This is the solution to all your problems. All you Nigerians, this is your solution here. This is what all of you need in Nigeria. This is what you need, not empty head with just cricket inside. You need the Cooker of Men. This is what you need. Okay? Reading this book would elevate your mindset. This book is for men only. Remember, I said that, If you want to order this book, right? This book is 4,000 naira. This book is 4,000 naira if you are a member of the Light of Africa. This book is 4,000 naira. If you're a member of African Renaissance. If you're not a member of African Renaissance, this book is more than that. Okay? This book is 4,000 naira if you're a member of African Renaissance. And if you want to get this book, you have to call this number 234. That's if you're in the United States of America, 806-229-2667. Let me repeat that number again. 234-806-229-2667. That's how you get your hands on this book. Listen, for you Nigerian men with blockhead, for you Nigerian men that don't understand survivor, how government works, what the ambition and the goals of the Fulani is, you need to read this book, my brother. If you finish reading this book as an Igbo man, as a Yoruba man, you will never see things the same again. You will never wait on the government to give you even one drop of gasoline or water. You will understand what's going on, and your survival instincts will get activated. You will start doing what you need to do in this life. Now, if you're in the United States and you want to buy this book, the price is higher, way higher, because now, you know how, if you're a businessman, you know how business works. Getting something from a place of abundance to a place of scarcity. That's the primary rules of business. So now the book is now in the United States. So this one here is $100 per copy. Because this is a book that will change your life. This is a book that will give you internal family peace. This is the book that every man needs to read. So if you're in the United States, this is $100 a copy. So I don't have a lot of copies. Look, the link is in the description. Go in the description. You see my phone number. You call me. You pay, or you sell, or you do whatever you need to do. I will mail this book out. I don't have a lot of copies. I think I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I have exactly 10 copies. So once these 10 copies are gone, I have to wait again till they come from Nigeria. So the Cooker of Men, the Cooker of Men, the most impactful thing, the most impactful contact mentally I've ever had in all of my adult life. Most of you Nigerian men are still a cookie man. You don't understand. The government is not there to make sure you survive. The government is not there to benefit you, not in African society. Because first of all, you're being governed by a system that wasn't built by your grandfather. You see, you're being governed by a system that wasn't built by your own people. Go and listen to Nnamdi Azikiwe's speech in 1960. Go and listen to the first thing he said when he started his speech. You understand why I say Nigeria is a business. And all of you are sold. But if you want to buy your freedom back, this is the solution. The Cooker of Men. You buy this book and you read this book as a man, and you don't become the man, that you don't become elevated. Just bring it back. I'll give you a refund. I'll give you your money back. If this book does not bring about the change that you need so that you can become the man that you need to be, full refund. I can make it happen. Full refund. Just message me, send the book back. As soon as I get it, you put a certified mail so that I can sign for it. Immediately I sign for it, I'll sell you your money back. The Cooker of Men. This is the book you need. This book here will open your medulla oblongata. VDM, you need to read this book. If you read this book, VDM, yeah, just, VDM make away cookie. Yeah. You're an Akalamaja man. Like you don't know what's going on. You're a young boy, 32 years old. You don't know how systems work. You think you protest and you go and make noise in the street, and that's how you bring about change. I heard today that the governor of Oyo State told you that he would have helped you. He would have joined your protest if not for the fact that he's a governor. He's part of the cartel. As a matter of fact, while we're here, let's play this video real quick, okay? Guys, be patient with me, okay? For those of you still in here, let's play this video real quick. I want to share something with you guys, right? I didn't even know this. Did you guys know this? That VDM is actually bisexual or homosexual or whatever. I didn't even know this. It was an early experience in his life. Man, the things people do in Nigeria for money is ridiculous, bro. This is that country, man. Buy the Cooker of Men. VDM, buy the Cooker of Men. Read the Cooker of Men. Your life will change, VDM. You start to understand why that you're actually in chains and how to break away from your chains. So let's watch this real quickly, okay? Let's watch this real quickly. Listen to what the Cooker of Men, the real Cooker of Men, Master Ihedi, the author of this book. Listen to what he said about VDM. Let's just watch. Let's watch for a little bit, okay?
If I am not the governor of Oyo State today, honestly, I would have joined you in this protest. This was the exact word of the governor of Oyo State, Makinde, to VeryDarkMan and his protest team yesterday. The governor honestly confessed to the people that I swear to you before God and man that if I am not the governor of this state today, if not because I am part of the government, I would have joined in this particular protest you are doing.
That's what the governor said to. What the government said to VeryDarkMan. The government told him that your protest is so important. These are the people that are supposed to be leading you in that useless country you call Nigeria. There's nothing wrong with you as a Nigerian. You're just hungry. Once you eat, your brain will open. You start to think clearly. If you come to this Chicago, Nigerians are doing so well. Everywhere you go, you see New York, Texas, Nigerians are doing amazing. There's nothing wrong with you. You're in perfect order. You're just hungry. It might not necessarily be for food. Maybe just good environment. You're a human being. Let's keep going.
What does this statement tell a wise African man? This statement simply tells you that the people you are trusting or thinking to defend you are also incapable and vulnerable. And if not the government position they occupy, they themselves would have equally joined you in protesting. The governor equally went extensive to explain to VeryDarkMan and his Ratel team that he, as a governor of the state, can call the commissioner of police and tell him, look at what we are facing, but he has no power to deploy him to go into the bush and fight the terrorists. That the commissioner of police will take permission from the IG of police.
Just think about that. The different levels of power, the circumvention of power. You meet the governor say meet IG meet IG say meet commissioner. Like, what a mess of leadership. Like, are these even adults? Are you sure these people are not low on like iodine or something? Or maybe there's mercury in their water. How can adults be moving like this? It's impossible.
And the IG of police will take permission from Tinubu.
Oh, man.
And Tinubu have to take permission from the Fulani Buhari team that install him in that particular power. So he himself, the governor of the state, that the people are trusting for security and coming to protest in his doorstep, is vulnerable and weak. And if not that he is in part of the government, he would have joined the protest. What does this message tell you? If you're an African young man who is waiting for government to fight for defend you from Fulani kidnapping and aborting of your own citizen, you have just signed your own community extermination and annihilation. Defense of every community indigenous land is in the hands of the men of that community.
Yeah, exactly.
The governor of your own state is vulnerable.
Yes,
the governor told the people that if not that I am part of the government, I would have joined the protest
I
myself.
would have joined you, but I'm still
because when the Fulani want to go, the Fulani are the Satan in the Bible that goes to take.
The governor said, hi, very dark man. I'm so sorry. If not that I was not the governor, I would have had time. Democracy, demonstration of grace. Fella not tell you, you go buy like
permission from God, government of the day. Job there is the young man from Oyo State or the young man from Moboka waiting for God to come and save him from Fulani attack. Then you can listen to one man from Enugu State, Mbaka, and Mbaka will be in Enugu adoration and be shouting, Governor Makinde, where's Governor Makinde? Leave Tinubu, he has paid the security budget because Mbaka is another intellectual ekpelima that was assigned to sponsor the government of APC at the extermination of even human life. And the governor himself, when the people came to his doorstep to cry, Daddy, look at our vulnerability. We trust upon you as the governor of the state to protect us. And the governor told the people that if not that I'm part of the government, myself would have joined you in this protest because myself is equally vulnerable. Myself is equally weak. I can't deploy an attack against them. I need order from the IG of police. The military need order from the Grand Commander of the military, GCFR, which is President Tinubu. And President Tinubu need order from Fulani Buhari regime that installed him there. This is why you will go into extermination, trusting upon those governments to fight and defend you. The defense of a community land is in the hands of the men. Life is not emotional dependent. Any leader called VeryDarkMan or anybody taking you on a protest as a solution to solve your problem of security is just a very stupid person masterminding stupidity in the face of the world. Life is the principle of life is force only respond to force. Anything taken by force can never be recovered through negotiation.
Nope, sir.
And the place you choose to respond force with negotiation, you have become a victim of the life.
Did you hear that? Force only respond to force. Force only respond to force, my dear people. Force don't listen to nothing else. If you decide to negotiate, you become a victim. I told you guys this earlier. Remember what I told you? The protest leads the aggressor to being victorious in negotiation. If you protest, it means you're weak. Look at Israel. Are they protesting? They don't protest. They are active. They get active. VDM. This one is more challenging than this one is above your pay grade. Just my brother Pipelow. We need you alive, okay? Ratel, we need you guys alive. We don't need you guys going anywhere. We need you guys to systematically, constructively, strategically tackle this one. Eh? That's what we need.
That was why the governor Sheyi Makinde told VeryDarkMan clearly that, let me tell you, young man, we cannot continue negotiating with these Fulani abductors. The more we negotiate with them, the more we surrender our land to them. The fight is the fight to surrender land to these people. And when you go to negotiate with any oppressor, you will only surrender your land to them. When the Fulani kidnap people and they request for 1 billion naira to release those people as ransom, have you not asked yourself, Fulani people don't drive big cars.
They don't drive.
They don't build big houses. They don't live luxurious life.
Nope.
What do they need 1 billion naira to do?
Exactly.
The simple answer is that they need this 1 billion naira.
Fulani don't drive big cars. They don't buy jewelry. They don't live mokomoko life like the Igbos and the Yoruba people. They don't like one bed. They don't do all this stuff. Their life is very simple. They have their multiple wives, reproduce children, and live a life of simplicity till the end of their days. It's you people, your Burna Boy, your Davido, you people driving Lamborghini, wearing pin on your shirt, bring back our girls. People don't know nothing. Until you people told them to come to Lagos, right? They told you they're on their way. They will see you very soon. Don't do something, okay? Keep protesting. Keep protesting.
To acquire more weapons, to buy more ammunition so that they can conquer the people and drive them away from the land. And you don't know, Mutobo, that the fight was not the fight of kidnapping or abduction, but the fight to take over the land of the indigenous community men. And only the indigenous community men can fight and defend their land. And any man taking you on a peaceful protest, written on a carbon sheet and shouting bandits must go, is an intellectual idiot making mockery of the principle of life, that nothing taken by force will ever be recovered through negotiation. Force only respond to force. Of men, family peace in the
That's it.
What are you doing with your wife? So after all the struggle you struggled in life as a man, you toiled and you did all kind of miserable works. Boy, travel to all the things you do. It's all end in bringing a woman home to suffocate and destroy your family internal peace of mind. Became an obstacle to your own internal peace. Of men, or guy, if you read this book and you don't take your family leadership, man, will be the light of Africa. The journey I've been doing since 2022, 4 years today. The testimony is just immeasurable. Number 08062292667. I repeat, 08062292667. When you open this book, the first thing you will see is this book is not for women. If you're a lady, don't buy. It's only for men.
This book is for men only. This book is for men only. It's not for women. If you're a woman, I won't sell it to you. You have to show me proof that you're a man. Only men. This book is only for men. It's not being sold to women. If you want your husband to have it, he has to buy it himself. Okay? And it's not you a cook, a Nigerian man. It's not when you buy it or you go and start sharing it with your wife. This book is an introduction into the cult of men. It's just for men's only, for your eyes only. Also, if you like, buy the book and go and be sharing it with your wife. You know, tomorrow she will show you why you people wear the same trousers. Unless
you have a husband that have finished shaping your or quarter argument that yes, you have become a part of the family before the man can give you this book. You can't read this book and have issue with your family. So another problem we have today in Africa is that we are afraid to die. And when you are afraid to lose a life, you have signed
VDM and the Ratel. Hold on. VDM and Ratel. Are you guys afraid? Are you guys afraid to die? Are you afraid to lose your neck? Ratel members, are all of you ready to lose your neck? If you're not ready to lose your neck, bro, pipe low. I already told you, powerful men have powerful appetite. They're not listening to protest too, bro. You made the right decision earlier when you told Isabako, say revolution no be something with the mindset where Nigerians get. They can't die for these people. Oh. You understand? These people are cowards. They go run, leave you, VDM. I don't tell you, go and mass wealth. Buy your Lamborghini, buy your G-Wagon, buy all these useless things when they buy for Nigeria. They enjoy your life. Come Chicago, buy. So, me, I go even hang out with you. I carry you go club. I carry you catch cruise. Go see fine girls for here. You go enjoy your life. You know? But, you know? So let's keep going. I want us to keep going. Okay? Let's keep going.
The contract to become a permanent slave under life subjugation. 2014, 200 Chibok girls were kidnapped. And the Nigerian government are saying that if we attack the Fulani kidnappers with force, they are going to kill all those 200 children. Again now, 30-something student has been kidnapped at Oyo student at Oyo school. And Oyo people are saying that if we go with force, that they are going to kill those children. Until a community people rise and say that we will choose to go with force. If you kidnap 30-something children, it's better that you kill them or you let them go alive, or you yourself will be killed. Make sure that those people, we will swear that it's either you die or you leave our community. Simple as that. Once you stay,
it's either is his life or death situation, oh bro. It's life or death. So you just can't be protesting anyhow. These people don't show and say these people are not jokes. They're not playing around. You see how they are moving. This thing is not a game anymore. Ratel, VDM, arm these people. Time for conversation is over. The reality is here. If you're not doing that, just back down. Just, go make better use of time. Don't be out here just pulling out these helpless, young men from very questionable backgrounds where they don't have Abraham in heaven. Please don't let these young men, lose their neck over nothing, bro. Like I like you and stuff. You're a cool guy. I don't read your story. I still, even with all the questionable things I see for your story, which is part of life, I still like you, bro. Just use common sense more. You know what I mean? Tackle this strategically. Go a different direction.
Have the consciousness that we don't want them to kill those students that they are having. You are just accepted to continue being a slave under intimidation, and it is going to continue. Because if today, if you come to Uboka and kidnap one of my son, and you take that my son to bush, then I start feeling like I don't want you to kill that my son. What I have done sign is agreement for you to kill other of my children, because any place a hawk goes to carry a chick without facing resistance, the hawk will definitely return back again there to carry more chicks.
Exactly.
Until you rise up and says, if he means to kill my son, if he means to lose those children, let this fight this war once and for all. And let the children and everybody and the Fulani people, let all of us die.
Exactly. If you're not ready to lose it all, it's a futile devil. You have to be ready to lose it all. Because these people, the Fulani, they've shown you they are ready to lose it all. They are going ham. These people are not playing. Unless there's something I don't know. You understand? I'm talking to VDM at this point. Unless there's something I don't know that of course, I'm probably in the dark about so many things regarding your plan. But if you have a solid plan, VDM, like I said, fire down. But if you don't, please, make people, children, no go die. These people already going through hardship and so many things. I don't think the majority of the members of the Ratel movement at upper echelon society is probably just grassroots, like you call them. They say when the elephants fight, it's the grass that suffers.
Me that we follow you and go. This was why Namor Kanu was arrested. He was a man that knows the solution. And VeryDarkMan called his arrest a distraction. That was the day I confirmed that VeryDarkMan is an intellectual experiment.
He said Nnamdi Kanu's arrest is a distraction. I wanna go suffer them now. You know what I mean? All these rich people, the billionaires and their children, they get private jets. They always have these jet fuel on reserve for them. The video, Bonabo, all these people, once it's set, those ones will just jump inside jet, come out the country. Now the Ratel, the grassroots, and then go suffer. You see what I mean? So grassroots, I beg you, you know what I mean? At this point, arming yourself is even more important than buying, Nike shoe. That kind of thing. You need to go and learn how to shoot, how to aim, go to a gun range, understand your weapon of choice, whatever. These people, they come with weapons. They come with firing weapons. They come with cutlass. So you have to have more than that,
Mbaka too is another intellectual. You can hear Mbaka's statement. That Sheyi Makinde, Governor Sheyi Makinde, what are you doing? Did the Tinubu now pay you for security? Onyala, he didn't shout the same thing when Goodluck was the president. Oh no, when Goodluck was the president, he was shouting, "Good luck! Where are our Chibok girls? You met our security. Our security become bad luck." APC governor. Light of Africa, the cooker of man is that man that will see the end from the beginning.
Yes.
The most stupid fool in Africa is that man that depends on the governor of his state or any form of government to defend or protect his indigenous land.
Yes.
The fight is not a fight to kill or abort people. It was a fight to take away land. Don't mind fools telling you about Islamization.
This is not a fight of Islamization. They are trying to take your land. They're trying to kick you out of your land. They are trying to take what you inherited from your ancestors. Will your generation be the ones that will let it go? Cutlass no go solve this problem, bro. Very dark man. Very dark man. Cutlass no go solve this problem. You have to meet force with force. Severe force. Let's keep going.
It have nothing to do with Islamization. You have everything to do with people who is at disadvantage, seeking desperately to kill the indigenous owners of the land to take away their land. The cooker of men will be the real fight starts from the family. How can you even fight Fulani man when you are still online shouting fear women? Fear women.
Fear women, fear women. Nigerian men still fear women. How are you guys going to progress when you're afraid of your women? Aye. Fear women. Me, I'm not afraid of women. No, by the way, this is just cigar. I smoke this for pleasure. I don't drink. I don't smoke. I have no addictions. I'm a very healthy 40-year-old man. So, you know, I know some of you watch this video later and you're going to come after me. This is just a pleasure cigar. That's all this is, you know?
Why? How can you fight and defend your life when you still have a fight to do with the family, with your own wife? The biggest fight the white man pushed into Africa is the intra-species fight, the fight between a man and his wife. Light of Africa, we've been 4 years ago, we've been any single human being that I quoted in my WhatsApp school that didn't regain his family internal peace. Bear under my comment section if you are one. A book written not for women.
After you read this book and it doesn't change your mind, your perspective, your life, considering you're reading it with the intention to actually receive change and what the content of this book hold, you're reading it in good faith. I've already told you 100% refund. I'll refund you.
No. Ready man for defense, prepare man for action. Force only respond to force. No animal ever comes out from the mouth of a lion through negotiation. Protest is nonsense. If freedom of life don't come through sympathy, if you don't choose to fight, you will just remain a slave. Very dark man, wine, quality wine on a hotel. Quality wine a hotel. Government is not protecting us.
Let me interpret what he said in Igbo here. He said that very dark man took a girl to the hotel. After knocking the girl, that's the woto. He now came out for protest. After you don't knock finish, you go come on the protest. Bro, calm down, no, calm down. I mean, I don't get anything with you, you know, gathering your energy and your zen and everything, so you go feel protect, right? I mean, you know, when you're in the battlefield, you know, that's not an activity that should be of priority, but, you know, to each his own. I don't know how I do things for Nigeria. I left Nigeria since 2002, so I don't know, you know. When I left Nigeria, Very Dark Man was what, 6 plus 8 years old. God damn.
Government defending us because Israel today name onye obana na be halo 18 years oga join our military have fool. God.
You see, he just brought up that point about the great nation of Israel. The great nation of Israel, once you're 18, you have to be part of the military. You go into the military, they train you. You become your license to take people's head off because they understand this is vital to their protection. They don't need weak people amongst them because you're just as strong as your weakest link. That's what Israel understands. That you Nigerians don't, and you Africans.
Gave Satan a license to go and kill the children of Job. Job was trusting upon God for defense. He didn't know that God have used his life as a gamble. That is the Bible God of the criminal and his son Jesus Christ, the two biggest criminals still in Africa today. My name is Cooker of Men.
So the show is basically over. So for most of you, as you're exiting, please hit the like button, okay? So I could change my mind about you Nigerians. Or you Africans, give me a positive outlook on you, you know?
Rise up and stop the you are doing protest. And you want Lord Zeus. If ever now this thing, if not carnival cardial, oh my you burn short, or cause a bikini with a singlet. If bandits must go, bandits must go. Bandits must go. Omalio na. That get that will iPhone 17. Abia ha baby put your number. Bandits must go. One ke bia le to nko e ka ju egwu. No until the flying e wota ga bi the bandits must go. E make it see you can get your PVC. Maka no flying na je egwu atu no no all PVC ko di
Fulani no need PVC to do it to show na shege. No be PVC Fulani they use. they use iron. You see all these guys, they wear bomb shots, they come protest. Now waiting Fulani see why they want to take on our land. So
they make intimidate. Onye je egwu atu. Your own solution buga and get PVC.
They are chasing you with a GUN and your form of attack is PVC. Lost. Okay, guys. So yeah,
with base 44, a simple sentence becomes
to the end of that, right? Let me end
guys, I'm trying to get this right.
Let me bring this video to an end, okay? So at this point, if any of you have questions, if you want to order the book, if you have any questions, just let me know. I'll answer your questions. Other than that, the stream is over. That's it for the stream, you know? So you guys, thank you for being here. For the few of you that were here, I really appreciate you. I had fun. It was an awesome stream. So be on the lookout for future streams. I'm gonna stream again. Obviously, you know my name is Chukuma Nwosu. I'm a 40-year-old heterosexual male businessman living in the city of Chicago in the United States. Based on my outfit, you can tell I'm an Igbo man. I'm an Anambra by state, and I'm from Orumba South local government. I appreciate you all, despite of everything that was said on this live stream. You Nigerians are my people. You're my only people. I have nobody else. I just want you to understand that when you go to sleep, think about everything that was said on this live stream. This is our reality. What are you going to do about it? Thank you so much.